Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading. It's a glorious Sunday afternoon. I took a day off yesterday, very rainy, cold, windy day. I decided to stay at home and just have some me time. So I didn't actually go away, but I also didn't show up at the tarot table yesterday, even though there's a big story going around. And so I'm here today to read on that big story that's been in the news the past few days. And it is, of course, about that wretched book that Prince Harry is writing with J.R. Moehringer. The Daily Mail said today J.R. Moehringer has finished. It's done. I saw that in a reading the other day I did on the book. It's finished. It's done. But there is another story that's floating around, and this time in The Spectator of all places. I think it's the US version of The Spectator. They have a new gossip column. And there's a blind item, the first blind item in that new gossip column, and it says, Royal attempts to pull sibling affair chapter from memoir. And the affair chapter goes along the lines of, I can't believe he did that to his wife after all that our father did to our mother. And so before we go any further, let's of course remind you, as I shuffle the cards a little bit more, let's remind you this is a tarot reading for entertainment purposes. This is all speculation. This is all opinion. There is a disclaimer in the box below, and please read it. Please form your own opinions. But we're going to look at the odd place for a rumour like this to show up. The Spectator it's a prestigious and credible source, not like the normal sources that we hear things like this in. So it's interesting. We're going to find out. I'm going to do a Celtic cross, and I'm going to look at the story as the cards go falling on the floor. And let's just tell you what cards I'm using today. I am using the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. There it is. And oops, I've got the camera slightly different today. I'm trying to get a better angle in my same funny place. So I'm a little bit discombobulated as I'm doing this reading. But there it is, Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. And machinations and, intrigue, shall we say. And it does look like there's some intrigue with this decision to leak this rumour to the Spectator. Celtic cross coming up, with the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot, which are very slick cards, and they are all over the place at the moment. And we're going to have a look and see whether Harry actually went there in his book, and whether he's now having some second thoughts about it. What was going on with this rumour that the Spectator published? Who's behind it? What's the intention? Is the intention to just promote the book, which apparently was a bit of a snooze fest the first time around, had to be rewritten? Is it more sinister than that? Is it trying to cast shade? So even if there is nothing in the book about Prince William and poor old Rose Hambury, who is the subject of this alleged rumour about this alleged affair, it's still going to tarnish William's reputation. And we're going to look and see how the brothers' relationship might change because of this book, how Prince William is going to respond to the book. We're going to look at how Harry depicts him as a brother, Prince William, and as a husband in the book, in the dreaded book. And we're going to look at William here, William's hopes and fears about this book, and the absolute outcome of this book. Still haven't got it very, very right, but working on it. And in the next few weeks, hopefully, I will be back at my very old tarot table in my rightful space. And anyway, that is neither here nor there right now. But the underlying energy of this reading is the Eight of Wands in reverse. Interesting card, because it's, of course, the communication card, the chatter card, and the messages going to and fro, but it's in the reverse. And when the card is in the reverse, it's blocked progress and not communicating. So first of all, the brothers are not speaking to each other. That is what I get, my personal opinion on that card. They are not speaking to each other with that Eight of Wands in reverse. The second message I get from that card is that the book could in fact be stopped. And I have seen that, not necessarily stopped forever, but publication could be delayed with that card in the reverse. And the third thing that I get from that, that's the blocked progress, publication delayed. That's the second message. The third message with that Eight of Wands in reverse is it's a nasty energy. It's the rumor, the scandal that has been printed, the gossip that has been printed in The Spectator. Spectator. That is the Eight of Wands in reverse. Going shadiness, underhanded, going through back channels to spread your message. That all is in that Eight of Wands in reverse. Interesting. So let's have a look and see this dreadful book. Has Harry actually gone there and accused his brother of having an affair? Has he done that? And we get the Strength card. That's a Harry and Meghan card for me. It's not telling me a big fat yes. It's not. It's the Harry and Meghan card. But quite interestingly, I'm getting this as the William and Catherine card. That their relationship is actually incredibly strong. I didn't expect to get this kind of energy. There's the castle in the background. You don't always see that in the Strength card. It tells me that their relationship is basically unshakable. That whatever he's trying to do, it's almost given me an outcome. That they are rock solid. They're very popular, of course. They are on their path. They are mastering the lesson that they need to learn. The Strength of card is, of course, a card about self-mastery, taming your passions, taming your base nature, and evolving. It's giving me a William and Catherine answer. It's not giving me a Harry answer. Quite a curious card to come out there. If he's trying to shake them, if he's trying to bring them down, it's not going to be successful just on that card alone. I'm not seeing gossip. I'm not seeing maligning. We've got other ways of finding out. This could be rumor for a very nefarious purposes. Interesting. Let's see what the challenge is right now for Harry and writing about William. Any of this, what is going on? We get the Knight of Pentacles. That is the solid card. That is the Prince Harry card in its best energy. He needs to make money. He needs to be seen as stable and reliable. He can't be all over the place. This doesn't actually reflect very well on him. The story that's going around that he's actually pulled material from the book does not reflect well on him. That he can vacillate like that. That he can be so unsure of his own truth, or so weak and so prone to changing his mind and to influence. And all the rest of it. He needs to come out here looking stable, solid, strong, reliable. You can count on me. You can invest in me. I'm good. I'll stay the distance. I'll deliver the goods. All of that. That's the Knight of Pentacles. Needs to be solid. It's almost standing outside 10 Downing Street here. I know we are in Edgar Allan Poe territory, not 10 Downing Street, but there's this kind of parliamentarian feel about it. And look at me, I'm a solid citizen. Interesting. So behind the scenes, what's going on with this rumor? Why was this rumor leaked to the Spectator? What was the intention? Who did it? What does the universe want to tell us with the Edgar Allan Poe tarot? And we get the Three of Pentacles. That is an interesting card because it's almost like three thieves working together. There's some kind of conspiracy. Even though the card is upright, I'm reading it as teamwork. There's some kind of collaboration. There's some kind of team. Almost three people involved here in doing this. I'm not getting Prince Harry energy. If I am getting his energy in there, it's background energy, one of co-conspirators. Three energy, three people, three groups, three minds, three directing minds saying this is what we need to do to bring this power couple down. We've got the power couple there at the heart of this reading, William and Catherine. First time ever I have read them as the Strength card. And there is a desire, there is a conspiracy going on here, speculating, of course. But this rumor was printed in the Spectator. So there's something going on here. There is a conspiracy. There's some kind of scheme. And they're up to no good, these three. They are working together doing something, but they don't look like they're on the level, quite literally. They're up to something. So there is some kind of agenda with this. agenda to weaken the strength, the power couple. What is Prince Harry's focus right now? Is he trying to pull the book? Is he frantically trying to rewrite? Of course, next year was going to be the great year of reconciliation. Publish the book, Trashing His Family. Put out the Netflix documentary, Trashing His Family. And then part 2, the reconciliation. Seems to be the plan. It would make for great TV, but it doesn't really make for great family relationships, does it? So let's see what his focus is right now. What is he up to? The 4 of Cups. Well, that's a therapy card. He's in therapy. A very different tarot deck, this Edgar Allan Poe tarot. It doesn't follow Rider-Waite typically. Of course, the meanings of the cards does, but the artwork doesn't. The depiction of each card doesn't necessarily. The 4 of Cups normally is the bored and apathetic card, the jaded. It's telling me he's bored with it. He's over it. He doesn't really want to think about it anymore. How many rewrites have there been? He's not the world's greatest intellectual. I don't think he really reads books. Colouring in books, people say unkindly he might. But here we go again. Now the ghostwriter wants to talk to me again and interview me about what really happened. And apparently, according to the article I read today in the Daily Mail, J.R. Moehringer digs deep. He has studied Jung and Freud. He interviews and pokes and prods, and no stone is left unturned. No psychological stone is left unturned. Andre Agassi said it was not harrowing, I don't think that's the word, but it was intense. It was very intense, thousands of pages of notes, hours and hours and hours and hours. This is what is going on. It's almost like fact-checking. I want to talk to you again about this. What really happened? What is really going on? I'm not getting rumours in here of illicit relationships and betrayals and things like that. I'm not getting cups. I'm not getting swords. I'm getting pentacles. We need to make money, and we have the power couple in our way. The rock solid power couple with Windsor Castle behind them. And more interviews and more notes and rewriting. And, draft 38 arrives in his inbox. Is he going to read it? Does he want to even know about this book at the moment? I don't think he does. I think he is, in my opinion, pretty short attention span. He may have a couple of years ago when he was all hot and bothered and angry, and they took away his RPOs, his Royal Protection Officers, and they cut him off financially. And William was at the heart of it all, seemingly and allegedly. He had a lot of nasty things to say, but now I think he's bored, he's done, indifferent, couldn't care, wants the money, wants the check, but contents, nah. Megan, you read it, love. You tell me what I need to know. How about that? Passed along to her, passed along to the Three Stooges, the rumour. Just saying, that's my speculation on what might be going on right now. For entertainment purposes, of course. Relationship with William recently, with all this book thing hanging over the relationship, what's been going on. Ace of Swords. Well, it's time for some clarity and it's time for some truth. And it may also be some time for some cutting out. It's interesting that Crow has a rather funereal aspect, with that open window and air coming in and light coming in and some home truths being told. And I think that is what's been going on. And again, I don't think that this is Harry's energy. I think this is William's energy. And William is the truth teller. And William is the one laying down the law with that Ace of Swords and saying, all right, it's time to tell the truth. It's time to shape up. It's time to get your facts straight. You've gone all over the place. You and Meghan told all kinds of lies on Oprah, and you contradicted each other. And apparently now what's in the book is contradicting what Harry and Meghan said on the Netflix documentary. And William says, straighten it out. Straighten it out. I think they had quite an intense, I'm going to use that word again, quite an intense chat in the UK around the time of the late Queen's passing, when William took charge, took Harry and Meghan to the walkabout to look at the flowers and the tributes, and he was like the dad, and they were like the naughty kids. They were looking anxiously at him all the time for approval, and day of reckoning. I think the day of reckoning has already been. I'm not seeing signs of sibling affair, not yet. How is William going to react to this book? What's going to happen? Is he going to call in the lawyers? What's going to happen? The Empress. She's a pretty scary Empress, isn't she? Mausoleum. This is a dark tarot deck. Obviously, Edgar Allan Poe couldn't be creepier. We got the Mausoleum, but we got the wife and mother as the Empress, and also the Queen. He is going to be absolutely public about his commitment to his wife, who is the ultimate mother, the ultimate wife, the ultimate woman, the Empress, honouring her. I think he's going to come out looking actually very strong. I'm not seeing him weakened at all by this. We got the power couple, we've got the Empress. I've been loyal and faithful. She is my chosen bride. She is the mother of my children. We are incredibly strong. She is incredibly strong. It's her energy coming through, but it's other women's energy coming through as well. I'm getting a whole stack of women here in this card. I'm getting Carol, mother, standing behind Catherine. I'm getting the late Queen. I'm getting Camilla. I'm getting Princess Anne. I'm getting a whole host, and there could be Michelle Obama. Those kinds of women could step out of the shadows and testify to the strength of William and Catherine's relationship. He may call on them to step forward. I'm getting a line of women arrayed here in this reading, in this card, coming forward to testify on his behalf. If anything dodgy is alleged, if it mentioned, suggested in this book, as it has already been by the Three Stooges down there, he's going to come out and he's going to hammer it with facts, with testimony from these women, very, very powerful women. You don't get more powerful than the Empress as a female energy. So that's interesting. What is, and again, I have to shuffle cards. I'm very sorry about this. What is Harry going to say about William as a brother? How's he going to depict him in the book as a brother? Why are we on it? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. That's not a good card. That's not a good card. He's the one that took all the money, the golden scarab. He's the one that got everything, and it's not fair. This has been constant grudges, constant grievance. William is the one, just because he was the firstborn, doesn't deserve it. It's not fair that he got everything and I got nothing. He doesn't appreciate this. He doesn't like it. I think he's going to say that William didn't appreciate it. William was maybe spoiled. William didn't deserve the honours and the Duchy of Cornwall and the specialties with the late Queen and being groomed and being taught all of those things. He doesn't deserve it. He's not who you think he is. He's probably unstable, erratic. He stole from me. He stole my path. He stole my birthright. He stole my birthright. I should have been king. I should have been firstborn. I should have got all those things. I'm the better one. I'm the one that would have honoured it. I'm the one. He did say William doesn't want to be king in an interview. Didn't want the job. I'm the one who would have been good at it. I'm the one who should have got it. That's jealousy, resentment. That's the level of dig that is going to go on in this book. And I think we all expect that. No surprises there. What's he going to say about William as a husband? William and Catherine's relationship. What's he going to say? Ace of Wands. This is a power couple. I'm not getting, I haven't got one card in this reading so far that has any hint of Harry going there. I don't think he went there. I don't think he had the balls to go there. I think that someone else has gone there. That little conspiracy down at the bottom. I'm not going to name names, but you all know the names that you could name, and I'm sure that I would agree with you with the ringleader. Interesting. It's a bit Five Friends. going to People magazine. But he's going to say that William is a passionate husband. He's a good husband. He loves his wife. This is not a philandering card. This is a passionate energy, the Ace of Wands. It's keeping the flame of that relationship alive. That they work hard on their marriage. They have a connection. They are very, very, very connected. It's a very powerful connection. It's a very creative connection. It's a very sexual connection. It's a very, it sparks. And you see it. You see it when the two of them are together. That's not the energy of a couple that's putting on a false pretense to bamboozle the crowd. If you want to look at a couple who's doing that, look no further than Harry and Meghan. In my opinion, they are the ones faking it for the media. So how does William's hopes and fears? I've gone to William for this. He's just so sick of it. He's so tired of this conflict with that Five of Swords. He's so tired of being attacked, chopped up. Literally, these swords have cut him to pieces. The conflict with his brother has just worn him out. It's exhausted him. He feels defeated. Even if he gets through this and it turns out not to be as bad as the gossip and the rumours that are going around at the moment, and to me as a reader it doesn't look bad, but he's exhausted, he's worn out, he's fed up, he's sick of it, he's broken by it. He really is broken by it. And the outcome of this book and the story and all the rest of it, hot air. We've got a balloon. Even though we're in the Seven of Cups, it's all hot air. People are going to look at this book and say, not really that exciting, not really that interesting, a bit deluded. It's a fantasy. Off you go in your hot air balloon with your little fantasy story that you've spun. It's possibilities, but it's delusion. It's Neptunian energy, the Seven of Cups. Off you go in your hot air balloon. We're not buying it. We don't believe it. It's a disappearing act almost. Off it goes, off into the sky, and nobody thinks about it again. The balloon at some stage is going to run out of gas. It's going to come crashing down. It might come crashing down in a big accident, or it might just drift slowly down far, far away. You know how hot air balloons go. Nothing. It's a nothing burger. It's insubstantial. It's nothing. This card is extremely powerful. The Strength card is extremely powerful. This is the worst that they can do. They're on the Harkle side, and I'm not saying that is Prince Harry. That's the instrument, the agent of this rumour, the hand behind this rumour. That's the worst that they can do. They were told off. They were told some truths by Prince William. In the recent past with that Ace of Swords. J.R. Mowringer even is not buying it. So come on now, tell me the truth. You haven't told me the truth. Let's get to the bottom of this. What's really going on? And Harry is like, nah, I'm not taking his calls. I don't want to talk to you again. I'm so bored with it. I'm so tired of it. The women are lined up to stand behind Prince William and testify in his behalf. Harry is very jealous, very angry with this Ace of Pentacles at all the good fortune that William has got, that Harry thinks he should get. I get that constantly in my reading. He is going to say that the marriage is very strong. The spark is still there after all these years, and they have been together now 20 years. Spark is still there. He can't lie about it. He can't delude himself about it. She might delude herself about what's going on, and the Sugars might. But Harry knows. William, exhausted, dreading it. He's dreading it. He's so sick of all of this. He's got Netflix to deal with, The Crown to deal with. He's got the Harry and Meghan documentary to deal with. He's got all kinds of rubbish in his life to deal with. He's worn out. But this is a nothing burger. Hot air. It's just nonsense. And it's going to drift off. And once it's been and gone. And we're talking specifically about the affair rumours with this, just to clarify that for you. It's going to drift off, it's going to go away, nothing. And let us hope that, even though this is just a tarot reading for entertainment purposes, these cards in particular are absolutely on the money, and that this book is delayed and maybe doesn't ever see the light of day. That's my reading. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again on the next one.